Yo, what's up, guys? Today I will be reviewing every class. I will be showcasing every class in Teen Titans Battleground, and also reviewing it on a scale of 1 to 10 on how good it is, just in general and PvP and all of that jazz. So yeah, we'll do it wave by wave, and the cheapest to most expensive. All these characters are free, but the characters from over there cost tokens. You might unlock them free. I really don't know how that system works. I'll be telling you how much it costs to unlock them. So first, we have Robin. Now, Robin is, despite being the most basic class, surprisingly one of the strongest classes in the game. And it's all thanks to his smoke bomb. Well, it's mainly his bow staff, because if you just spam click that and just go, and as long as you're like facing the direction of the person you're trying to hit, like, yeah, I could just be brainless, and I've already gotten like probably 3 tokens. It's the most, 2 tokens. It's the most brain dead class, and it is so good because of how spammable it is. If you're just trying to, like, you know, just try to get by, and if you throw your smoke bomb on somebody, they'll become blind for like 2 seconds. It'll be complete white, so they don't know what's going on. And then you can always just give yourself a little boost too if you need to, by like, just doing that. So that you could just completely like destroy other people, you know. You could just fling in, kill a few Robins. His little birderings, if you hit all 3, it does about the damage of 1 swing of a bow staff, from what I've gotten in my analysis. And the smoke bomb only really blinds for like 2 seconds. Otherwise, yeah, it's just pretty good overall. I gave it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, which is still pretty good. It's one of the best, actually. I would highly recommend it if you're just trying to get tokens. Next, we have Cyborg, and I think he's really good for his sonic cannon. And also, Robin has the 2nd fastest walk speed, which is second place to Kid Flash, because, you know, it's kind of about speed. So yeah, his sonic cannon is really what makes Cyborg Cyborg. Because you can see that guy. Boom, he literally just took so much damage. The only problem is his cooldown. But that's what Cyborg is really good for. So that's why I gave him a 6 out of 10. Because he's not really, because his melee game and ranged game, those are the 2 things in the game that really matter. Melee is the most important, but ranged game is always a nice thing to have as long as it's good. And that's what we have next is Starfire. So Starfire has her little sabers, which I'd say it's average for melee, but her star bolts are super good. It's like you can see it only shoots 1 bolt, but it doesn't really have a cooldown, which makes it again spammable. As you can see against this control tree, I could just jump up and down or fly up and down and just start blasting. And like the person has nothing, because most people in this game don't have much brain cells, so you could just spam it. And also, yeah, your flight does have a cooldown, but as long as you properly manage your flight, you're gonna be fine. And honestly, for melee, if you're melee, like here, watch this Mammoth. You could just jump up and down and just do some weird maneuvers, and you'll just like completely avoid them, you know? And if they try running away, oh well, you could just start blasting them. And if you really need to get cautious, you could just fly up, start spam clicking, and they're usually dead. And it's just so good because it's so easy. If you have accuracy, man, this class is amazing. So that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10, because its melee really lacks up with it, and if a melee character can really deal with your jumping, you're kind of screwed. Next up is Raven, who I'm going to be honest isn't really good. The funny glitch with Raven, though, is that you can actually just teleport into like the lobby, I'm pretty sure. Just give me a bit. Yeah, you can teleport into the lobby with Raven, otherwise, which is a funny glitch to do in my opinion. But besides that stupid glitch, Raven's really, in my opinion, just bad, period. You only get your, like, little boom, which doesn't even do much damage. It's only good for knocking back. and then your little area of effect, which barely does any damage. Like, he was super low, and I had to use 2 shots to just kill him. Which is super bad. Oh, yeah. The really only good thing about Raven is just how people go, like, super splatter mode. Otherwise, Raven's not good. That's why I gave her a 3 out of 10, because she's better than, like, another character, but on this list, she is the 3rd worst character. So, the 3rd worst character in the entire list. Next is Beast Boy, who I have kind of just mixed and bad opinions about. It's really just his bird he has like, I'm pretty sure, the longest flying, but that's because he can't use anything while flying. Like, that's why. It's a decent balance. It's not like he has any ranged attacks. The only good thing about Beast Boy is his tiger mobility, which is the 2nd fastest thing in the game when you're using abilities. Otherwise, he's not really that good, because he's really more of a glass cannon, except he doesn't deal much damage. He's really fast. He has his gorilla. If you hit 4 times with your tiger and then gorilla, you'll do some decent damage, but otherwise he's just not that good. Now, so I put him at 6 out of 10. Now we're on to the wave 1. You have to pay 15 credits if you can't go through this door. If you have like some purple spot, that means you own it. Otherwise, it'll tell you how much it costs per pack. I'm gonna still stay anyways because I can. So this is Mammoth. He costs 20 tokens. So Mammoth, I was like at first, he's not really a good character. But is that Starfire like hacking? I think they're using like speed hacks. Whatever, man. It's not Mammoth being slow. Mammoth is really slow. He's more on the tanky side, but Mammoth's really... He's good when you have his rage on, but otherwise he's not really good. You know, because you really don't get mobility. Like, this slate is literally destroying this. Okay, well, not really, but, you know, what he lacks in mobility, he tries to make up for in, health. But yeah, he's really not good, but he's still actually pretty decent, so that's why I gave him a 6 out of 10, because, you know, he's not bad. He doesn't have good DPS, but he does do well if the opponent stays for a long time. It's really your damage dealt you're going through. And Gizmo, the worst class in the game. No. Okay, so you see these rockets, right? Okay, they recharge kind of fast. Look how much damage that did against the Robin. That's worse than Robin's bow staff. And this recharge is, it's bearable. They buffed him, I'm pretty sure, but he's still bad. Oh, and your other move, boom. Like, it's so hard to hit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's easier to hit Slade's devastating blow, which I'll show you in a bit, than this move. It's actually so bad. And it's like, if I try getting a range on it, that's as far as it goes. So it's not like he even has range. He's a 1 out of 10, and the only 1 point he's getting is for he can actually hit, you know, he's not, I was going to give him a 0 out of 10, but I realized, well, you can actually, you know, like, deal damage with him, so that's why I gave him a 1 point, because he's a 1-star review on Yelp. Don't hire, like, literally don't buy this character unless if you're joking around, or you really don't care. Oh, next is Jinx. Okay, so Jinx has, like, these little kicks, which is really fun. Woo, woo. Which go in the direction that you aim your foot, which is really nice. Otherwise, she has like 2 attacks. One spins around like that, and then another one just does that. Your only really good attack is just combining them, or just doing that. Otherwise, Jinx is really not good because you have to get in close, and you don't even get, like, you know, consecutive hits. You just get, yeah. That's why I gave Jinx a 4 out of 10. Could be better. I mean, every character could be, but it's just not really that good, Jinx. I would like to see Jinx be a bit more. I mean, it's not like the characters really need a buff. The characters that are in are already good enough. But yeah, Jinx is just... Anyways, we're on Apprentice Robin now. Gizmo costs 30, Jinx costs 40. Apprentice Robin and Slade, which will go in later costume. D. So yeah, I forgot to mention those prices, but you can already see them if you're trying to buy it, because you know the game's not gonna pull a mystery box on you. But yeah, Apprentice Robin is really good, because what he does is his down combat will let you fly that time. He has a little pistol which will feel like that, and if you hit that attack, yeah, it'll do that, which does a lot of damage. It's really just a class where if you can hit your 2 and 3, you're basically golden. It's more heavy hitting but hard to hit. That's what I'm gonna describe him as. You know, but even me, who's if you have to get in like combat range to use his blast impact, and usually people will run away. That's why I gave him a 7 out of 10, because he's not bad, you know, he has good potential. He's just really not that good. And next we have Slade. I'm just gonna say this, Slade's a 9 out of 10 in my book. First of all, his Gale Strike. Here he goes super far. Second of all, he has more HP than the average character. I think he's the 3rd healthiest character in the game, if I'm not mistaken, which is already pretty good. He has like, I'd say like 200 HP. If Mammoth had like 300 and like a Robin had 100, if you know what I mean. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's just, or like, so it just lets you just not die more. I mean, health isn't really that matterful, but it's just really nice to have. Like, Slade wouldn't really need, in my opinion, Slade really doesn't need the HP, but he definitely makes it work. Because what you can do is you can press ground pound, and then devastating blow, and usually you can just instantly kill somebody if they get hit by both of it, and then you can always just Gale Strike them. That person's obviously hacking, but I don't really care enough. So that's why Slade's a 9 out of 10, man. Like, literally so good. This character's actually amazing. I would highly recommend Slade if you're trying to grind to like wave 2 or past. Now it's wave 2. Control Freak, Terra, and Dr. Light all cost 125 tokens, I'll call them. So first up, we have Control Freak. Now, Control Freak, this is recorded on July 3rd. So that's why I'm so glad. I had my thoughts changed because of what the developer did. They did some tweaks, but they made like Control Freak so much better. His leap used to be like a 20-second cooldown, but now it's only like a 10-second cooldown, I'd say. Maybe even a 5. It's like just so nice. Because then you could just... That's Starfire. You're gonna hack. That's good. But yeah, it's just like so good. His Saber does double the damage of Robin, but it's like half the speed. That's why I gave him a 7 out of 10. He's very solid, is what I'll say. He's very good, you know. Just for all-around PvP. He's like a Mammoth upgrade. That's what he is. Because he's also a bit healthier, too. That's what I would represent him as an upgrade of. Because, like, the characters later are, like, upgrades, you know. I meant to go on Terra. Whoops. But, yeah. Also, it's the first time I've ever seen a hacker. Stream sniping. Can we get a... Is that guy stream sniping? Not clickbait. No clickbait 3 a.m. challenge. Alright, so next we have is Terra. So Terra is it's a character with a rock path, which actually lets Terra have infinite flight. Because here, I'll demonstrate. Yeah, you see my bars right there. And it recharges, and I could do that again. I mean, it's slow, but yeah. So, what you could do is, if you hit somebody with your Earthquake and your 3 meteors, usually you can just, yeah, kill them. Like, I didn't even have any outside help with that kill. It's just that good. And if you don't kill them, you can always just hit them again. That's why Terra, in my book, is a 8 out of 10. Only because the Earthquake, it makes you go completely still, and it doesn't do much damage, which leaves you vulnerable just to get pummeled if there's multiple people. Next is Dr. Light. Now, Dr. Light, initially, I didn't understand his playstyle, because I'm like, bro, this launches you into orbit, and that's only if you're holding, like, S to go backwards. If you're holding, like, W to go forward at the backwards blast, okay, like this, yeah, you go a short burst. But if you're jumping back, you'll, like, you'll go completely out of orbit. But yeah, once I realized the playstyle, it's really all you do is just spam your flash and then your light pillars. And just have them eventually die. And you want to try getting your light pillars to hit them, because it does damage. So that's why I gave Dr. Light a 4 out of 10. I mean, it's very inconsistent, but you know, it's super campy. Because the only time people will hit you is when you're off your light pillar. See, not only people spamming the light pillar, but you need to also hit the flash sometimes, because that will really start racking up the damage. And these people really want it, but I have it. Next up, Cinder Block. This guy cost 1,000. He's basically the boss, is what I'm going to call him. So first off, he has like 1,000 HP. He just has so much HP. He's really annoying to kill. And it's not like he gives up bonus kills either. It's really just your damage dealt is all the things you're going to get rewarded for. So yeah, he has a tank ability, which does a ton of damage, and then he also has a rumble ability. This tank can just go anywhere you aim, like this, but the rumble, see if I aim here or aim back there, it only goes the direction you're facing. I'm pretty sure this is like a character that you can't unlock by just like joining the game. Like I'm pretty sure the game will give you free characters. It will always give you the 5 Titans from what I know. It's never gave me any besides the 5 starter Teen Titans though. So I had to work my way up, man. Yeah, just a 10 out of 10, man. There's really nothing more to say about a character that's literally just so strong. I don't even, sometimes I'll grind with Cinder Block, but man, I did that for this video. I mean, it's just so good. It's Cinder Block. It's literally a giant tank which does a ton of damage. It literally throws tanks. OP. Next we have Bumblebee. Now this character costs 200, and the wall to get to it costs 125. Bumblebee's really disappointing. For 200, remember, this is 200 tokens. So it's not like it's a low amount of It's not like it's a low amount of tokens you're paying. No, you're paying like 200, man. That's a lot. You know? And what you get is this multi-shot, which if you hit one more shot, it just does that much damage, and then you just have sabers. It's like, I don't understand it either. And it has the worst flight. Or at least it's basically Gizmo flight. It's really bad. Like, they made her bad. It's like I would actually rather play Starfire than this character. This character is inferior to Starfire. It's like if Cyborg's multi-attack went into a Starfire. That's what it is. And like the sabers, I'll be honest, the sabers are better because of the area of effect on the third hit. But that's the only thing that Bumblebee has. That's really all Bumblebee is. That's why Bumblebee has a 4 out of 10. Like, See, Starfire is good because of its... Starfire has amazing multi-shot, but not really good melee. But the range for Starfire really makes it good because it's the only one that's unique like that. Next is Mammoth. This is the second worst character in the game, in my opinion. Hot garbage. It's really just... Okay, so you have this body slam, which doesn't even do much damage. Like, boom, that's against the Beast Boy, which is really weak. And then you have this charge-up attack, which does more damage the longer it's out, but it has a limit. Like, here, I'll show you. Like, and it also makes you go slower, so it's really hard to hit. And yeah, you're just so weak, too. That's why I gave Mammoth a 2, which means it's the second worst in this game. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like they should have made them, like, you know, fast. Because, you know, Mammoth in the TV show, at least, were, like, actually, like, fast, you know? They were like messing around. But instead, they're just doing like ground slams, and it's just so bad. Next, we have Kid Flash. So I'll click once. That's his entire one click, and that's the entire combo too. And the second punch is the uppercut is so delayed. It's just so weird. And then next he has a Deadly Vortex. But if you use this and you did not use super speed, you are screwed. His normal walk speed's pretty good, but what makes him good is his super speed. But now, like people, okay, if that Robin was like fighting back, the thing about Kid Flash is that he's fast, but not like high damaging. He's a 4 out of 10. Because if a Robin just decides, oh hey, I'm gonna like start attacking, like yeah, you literally die. It's not like he has much. He's not like he has good health. He just dies. He's not very good. And so I gave him a 5 out of 10. Because he's not really that bad. He's not as bad as Bumblebee in my opinion. No, but he's still not good. Okay, now these are the two better characters in my opinion yeah. Okay, sorry, this is Speedy. Now, I'm like a Speedy main, so that's why I really hate doing this, but I'm giving a Speedy just a 6 out of 10. Now, Speedy is very good if you understand the angles, but I'm pretty sure most people playing don't understand how the angles work. Okay, because let me show you. What the hell? So yeah, you can see, look how far that shot, right? Shot pretty far. Now look how far my freaking arrow shot. And I'll stand still, right? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, it went that far. And then if I stand there, oh wow, it went farther, So your electric arrow is your only thing that goes far, I feel like your explosive arrow is kind of your long range, and you're just like guaranteed hitter. And then your hail of arrows is like your better, but more risky. And another thing I do is I'll always hit my 1-2 because the third attack of his melee attack is a little like self-explosion, kind of like the Apprentice Robin one. Since it's hard to hit, I have to give it like a low tier. I have to give it a 6 out of 10 because it's hard to hit. But if you can utilize him, man, he's like an S man because he's basically take like melee. But he's a ranged melee character, He has, like, short range. That's really what he's about, And that's usually when you fight people. Because you're not sniping people, He doesn't have mobility, though. That's really what makes him. That's why I would put him a 9 out of 10 if that's how good I am with the characters. Instead of, like, anything else. And next we have Oclad. 10 out of 10 because of this. He literally... Because, okay, let me show this ocean call ability. Boom. Now he can't move. Do you know how stupidly broken he is? And also, if a Robin comes at you like that, you can just push them away. Get them to be predictable. Push them in, And Aqua Zone also immediately hits, So if, like, you're having a hard time fighting somebody, if they're in this range, you could just click on them. Boom, they're basically dead. And they'll usually take 2 shots from you, too. The only thing he lacks is mobility, but that's not really that bad. It's like, literally, it's so stupid. I don't know why the developers thought this was a good idea, But whatever. Like, the devs gotta do what they gotta do. If you get, like, close enough, yeah, you could just stun people out. Yeah, and usually they run away, but usually you can instantly kill them. And also, it's not like the beams aren't, like, that strong. They're actually pretty dang strong. Like, if you hit somebody and you're close enough, boom, you can just start, like, comboing them. Like, see, like that? They're just dead. And if somebody goes into your, like, little area, you can always just hit them like that, It's just so stupid how good this is. And then also, like, your recharge for this is just like, look how quick that is. So you also have like a good melee option, which he doesn't even need, but okay. This is one of the characters that I think that can solo like a mildly decent Cinder Block. Like, any character could, but you only need a decent amount of skill, and if you can evade like 75% of a Cinder Block's attack, you can work them down. And if you have like a Starfire as your partner, that Cinder Block's basically dead. Because, watch this. Once you hit them with your first Ocean Call attack, you just use Aqua Zone, because then they're taking the damage, but they're also taking both damage. So you can't actually move, no matter what you try. You literally physically can't move, unless if they release you from it. Yeah, like they just immediately took damage. It's so strong. And the best part is when you die, as if you use this move and you die, it can still attack you when you use Ocean Call. But as long as you walk around, you know, and be more evasive, you're pretty much fine. It's so strong. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you liked. Please like and sub, it helps a lot. Congratulations for getting it this far in the video. And yeah, if you want to see more content of this, be sure to tell me in the comments, because I definitely like posting content like this. Anyways, that's going to be it, and enjoy.